And we're recording.
Nice.
Sorry.
Incredible.
I did my best to cover it with everything I could. Both hands in my shirt.
Off to a great start.
So, buddy.
I'm good. I'm fine. It doesn't hurt my throat.
So, sometime between the end of the Neverland world, which does include my beloved's arc into seeing her beloved in game once more. So it's kind of two worlds. So sometime after that, after meeting up with Lex again and Vincent, you were called U4 because the others were busy handling something elsewhere on the ship. Specifically at Anna's request. Something about needing something from old cruise storage, that it was possibly littered with remnants of darkness. And she made it a point to say, taking along a being of pure light might help in that regard, without clarifying who's who. Just saying the others needed to help out. But you four were called to the cockpit with a kind of nervous, for an AI's perception of it, demeanor. Of just, the rest of you, could I hold your attention at the top of the ship? And then disappeared.
Looks at Helia. This is gonna be ominous, isn't it?
The deadpan look back of, your paranoia is getting you again.
Alright. If it's ominous, you owe me. If it's not, I owe you.
No.
Damn,
If
I tried.
it both is and isn't,
Then, if it both is and isn't, then I win, but I lose. Stop staying up till 3 a.m.
there's only 2 a.m. and no.
I'm gonna cut the power to your network.
Do you guys head up to the cockpit? Obviously, yes, but how long do you take?
Not very.
Probably take some redirecting.
I think this is the one. I think this is the one time I will ask you to roll whatever you deem fit for the quietude of as you're traveling up to the cockpit. It is an odd quiet, but not an uncomfortable quiet. Is there anything you try to look into? And roll aptly.
Just listen to the hum of the electrics. See if there's any power, if I can feel any power through the pipes, cables and whatnot. More than before.
Do you have an affinity for lightning?
Unstated. Oh, I do. Bolt-hounded Raijin Feng is a mainly electric-bound, Keyblade.
Nope. That's not what I said. You have to have an affinity for lightning. Not your Keyblade's affinity, your affinity. Magic.
Then I do not believe so.
Lance,
Mm-hmm.
you're the one with lightning dash, aren't you?
Check. Think I am?
That requires affinity for lightning. So if you have it, your affinity is for lightning.
I do have it.
Cool. What's your passive perception?
Oh no.
Because you're the only one who wouldn't need to roll for this if it's high enough.
Perception. 23.
So The rest of you, while I'm explaining this to Lance, do you want to roll perception to see if anything is amiss?
Sure.
Specifically the artificer, who's probably worried about the central AI.
No,
I'll roll.
I'm good.
I don't understand the question, so I don't know what to roll.
Perception.
Okay, cool.
Trying to perceive the heads up or if there's anything up with
We're not
Said-
rolling good today, boys.
Well, you're not. Well, you're the one who has a decent, like, additive, while everyone else has, like, hey, I wish to perceive the toenails of God, so.
Fuck it. Why not? I'll roll. Perception +7. 3-point line. Whop. Nah.
So, Lance and Tsubasa. You. Namely, Lance first. It's sort of an innate thing for you. As Anna was talking, normally she has that constant thrum of
Oh.
what you equate to electrical life. It is basically the source of her power. She is basically walking. You know those lightning orbs that show up in like thunderstorms and stuff like that? Like in rare instances,
say I
there's just
do.
floating. So, long and short of it is, to you, Lance, because of your affinity for lightning, you can sense that Anna's projection is a bunch of her manipulating the electrical signals in and out of herself to show her projection. So to you, you kind of have trouble seeing what she looks like to everybody else. Because she's basically a walking lightning orb. But in this instance, you were having trouble seeing or noticing her voice or her projection at all. You had to be told something was wrong, but not because you didn't notice, but because you couldn't hear her. It sounded like, and you're gonna hate this, to Lance, it sounded like what a 404 digital error in a video game would sound like.
Oh god. Like the static of music?
Yes.
Where worse.
All I'm thinking about is the PT error screens now. Those had some, like, truly grating noises.
Kind of like that, but like layered in the background 3 times over.
Oh, like when like one of those old school like DuckTales game glitches out and it just goes "Ee!" with all the music still trying to play in the background.
Basically.
Fucking...
It sounds like a graphical glitch. And that's the only way I can put it.
Game Grumps, somebody died on that keyboard.
And Tsubasa, you kind of hear it too. Not to the extent that someone with affinity for lightning or specifically good with tech would notice it. But you do hear that, like, yeah, kind of a graphical glitch in her system as she pops in and out of existence. So you suspect something kind of might have went wrong, but you don't know exactly what.
Okay.
But you do head up to the cockpit, and you all gather around the central table as you head inside. And one of the most notable things is that the almost magical gateway to prevent people from just walking directly into the cockpit should there ever be a hostile takeover is no longer active.
Concerning.
And once you walk inside, it becomes kind of apparent what she was referring to, as the 3 screens at the front of the cockpit but at the back of the room are glowing off and on from red to black, then black to red, like an error screen. And after a moment, as you all kind of, at first, I think you guys moved to try and fix it immediately. Kind of that, oh god, something's happening, fucking fix it, fix it.
Shit, 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 shit!
She kind of shows up with a concerned expression. She doesn't seem damaged. But again, to you two who noticed it before, it's that same graphical error glitch sound. Just for a second, as she shows up. And she goes, so, I'm sure you've picked up that something has gone wrong.
Just a little bit.
What is happening?
She kind of almost sheepishly glances at Helia as if, like, a young kid or a young adult looking to someone who is much older and much more experienced, as if they're, like, gonna be embarrassing. And then goes, I tried to do a hardware update on myself.
Oh. How'd it go?
Fair in the slow blinking of red and black lights.
Yeah,
I would like to say
Tsubasa-
Helia's gonna look over at Aster and go, I'll give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count.
I want you all to know he's saying this while reaching in, like, starting to pat himself down, seeing if he's got any tools on him. I am being ironic.
You need
This
to
will
work on
work,
your
Aster?
sarcastic voice, Aster.
That's not Aster, that's Yuffie. He's sick at the moment, fuckers. You know Aster has an amazing sarcastic voice. I've been crippled of my one good trait.
Unfortunate. Anyway.
Stop laughing at me, bastard. I know you're doing that little fucking feet kicking giggle too. So insulting at my pain. I'm fucking with you. I don't give a fuck.
So in
No,
this,
but-
like, you guys are looking for something to help.
Yeah, Aster's patting
And
himself down, see if he has anything that can connect him to tools to help out in any way.
I think the only 2 people in the room who might have anything genuinely helpful from a certain level would be Helia as an artificer who worked on the black box, and Lance as someone who helped, quote unquote. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. How was it fucking working then? I don't know.
He's standing there holding the flashlight.
Aster's gonna go. Anna, do you have a physical or digital copy of your manual, repair manual, anything of the sort?
That is actually why I need your assistance.
Can't access it?
Correct. It, along with most of my software and data files, have been password protected.
He's just not gonna take. He's gonna take his time, slowly turning his head over to Helia. Yeah, paranoia's a bitch.
No, I overheard your conversation. This is not a bad thing.
Damn it. One
This
way.
is a neutral thing, I suppose, would be easier. So, points at Lance. Perhaps they today? Like, she looks like she's genuinely curious to, like, see your answer.
Just finger guns of affirmation.
I believe they, Lance, is the one that would win that argument. You neither won nor lost. You were neither right nor wrong. But regardless, the data files and software have been hijacked for, and I quote, my own protection.
Who said that?
I am unsure. That is what I request your aid with. While the others are getting some tools to help fix this conundrum when they return, it would be most pertinent if you could figure out the root cause. I can get you to near the root cause, but I can't let you access it as. And she pauses. Yourselves?
Aster holds up a hand.
Yes?
Anna, I'm gonna ask a dumb question, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. Do you have a digital world in your mainframe? Like Tron?
Monster. No, not like the cyber world, I do not believe.
Oh, thank goodness.
There is, however, from my readings,
God damn it.
There is, however, from my readings, a sort of blank canvas of which one entity resides currently. And I do not recognize the entity.
So, okay. Lance, Helia, input. What the fuck?
Anna acquired a hitchhiker.
Okay. Lance?
Where? Maybe there's something that snuck into the update.
Good ideas. Tsubasa? Idea?
I mean, it sounds like that's what it could be. A hitchhiker that
So-
got in during one of the updates.
Okay. So we figure out
Well,
idea. Uh-oh. Yeah?
small part to this that I did not believe resonant until you began to speak. Apologies for not giving the full information, but this entity is as old as my creation.
Oh!
So something that's been there this
Even
entire
older.
time.
Anna?
Yes,
Could it possibly be the basis of you? Your core copy?
I'm afraid I do not understand the statement.
How do I'm the only one here that can actually do this. So, I am forged, born naturally, sort of, forged from two different people. Basically, like a canvas and paint.
I am aware.
Could this be your sort of canvas and or paint?
I
If
do
it's as old
believe
as you
the
are?
entity. Well, I do believe the entity residing there would not like to be seen as simply another copy of me.
Yeah, and the two voices in my head don't exactly get along well either. Let's. Anyone got any? Like, they want to speak out and say, not today for this trip? Or are we going in?
I mean, if there's something wrong, we probably shouldn't leave it for later.
I was asking more who wants to. If we want to have someone in the chair. Like, you know.
Oh, do not worry about this particular instance of needing someone on the outside. I am not going to be sending you yourselves in there. I am sending. How should I say? This is left a. Yes, a consciousness. A piece of you.
Okay, that's.
A representation.
Oh no.
Like an avatar.
Correct. A digital avatar.
As long as mine isn't blue, we'll be fine.
Why?
I still haven't forgiven that movie.
Okay.
That's fuck off and let me have my jokes, please. They're all I have.
I don't even know what you're
No.
referencing, my guy.
Avatar, the blue cat people. That movie.
It's such a good movie, though.
Yeah, but young Yuffie went to go see Avatar, the Airbenders, thinking that's what it was, because, you know, I'm not smart. And then I got surprised with blue furries.
Okay, let's not get too derailed.
And as there's a comment of hopefully it's not blue, she reaches out and kind of you both who rolled or had higher than a 22. So Lance and Tsubasa, you hear that this time it's not a graphical glitch. It sounds you're gonna giggle, but it sounds similar to a collision mod on Gmod. It's
You're
like
having
trying
fun with
to
this, aren't you?
It sounds similar to someone trying to put something in the same area as something else already existing there.
And then we're just gonna move this over.
And kind of in the middle of the table, there is a swirl of black surrounded by strands of white filtering into it like a miniature black hole. Whenever you are ready.
We gotta spaghettify ourselves.
Fuck it. We ball. Touch.
Yeah, no, Tsubasa just sighs as he reaches out to touch the thing, too. Mostly sighing at Lance.
Do the rest of you, Helia and Lance, watch to see what happens, or do you just jump in as well?
I've seen way too many horror movies. I'm watching to see what happens.
Helia's also watching.
Hey, why
It's
did you guys
less
touch my
like it's less like disappearing and more like a spark of electricity, like a static shock from their fingertips reaching out to that portal, that swirl of digital data. And just they seem to fall asleep at the table. Can you get
Yeah,
your
that
cat?
seems fine.
I can only get her so many times.
Close the door after you grab her.
But what do you two do?
Yeah, sure, might as well happen.
I'll get the
That's
sticker.
something.
What does Helia do as the last person to reach towards this digital portal?
Looks over to Anna, gives a little thumbs up like, yeah, we got this. Don't worry about us.
Oh, I would not worry. I am going in there with you.
Oh boy.
Or rather, I will be there in spirit.
but she'll follow
care.
Lance in.
You all kind of feel this weightlessness. It's kind of like going on a roller coaster and reaching the top point of not the first hitch, but the second, where you're going fast enough to forget how gravity feels like. And then you suddenly hit the ground with enough force to knock the wind from you. And you realize you are much smaller. All of you are much smaller. Well, maybe not Helia.
Hey!
Helia actually grew a bit.
I'll steal your kneecaps.
And then we'll be the same height.
Oh.
God.
Oh, jeez. It's a big map. There we are.
The government signs. Yeah.
And you are all face down in snow and flowers and bushes, and you are not taller than any of these things, aside maybe a couple of flowers peeking through the snow.
Just so confused. Wait, hold up. What's going on?
Just head straight down in the snow. Nothing but a cat pulling backwards and clearly like, you know, full Pooh Bear, no more pants, just fuzz everywhere. And straps around the hands and the back, just holding everything, including a sash. Like a bag.
Tsubasa's actually
you
going
all
to be
kind
one
of-
who looks
Movie
up.
sits up.
While the rest of you are looking at yourselves and examining your new surroundings, Tsubasa, you look up. And standing in front of you is kind of 5'9", 5'10" woman of... It's almost uncanny. Because you've met the masters of the previous eras. She looks like an even mix of various features from all of them. But the one thing that rings true about the previous face that you've seen on the ship as its AI are the purple eyes. And she's just standing there in that nice, no longer like ghastly presentation, but more of a, I'm gonna butcher this term, but a kipao from Chinese traditional dress.
Okay.
And her hair is in like a kind of braid behind her that reaches her waist. Are you quite done? This is the only presentation I could find that suited all of your forms. And there's a lot more volume and depth to her voice now, but it is still deliberately Anna.
Tsubasa finally looking down at himself, just like, wait, what are we?
Unsure.
Finally kind of sitting up. You know, I know I said I didn't want to be blue, but this is not much better.
I apologize if this causes any inconvenience to you, but it is the only way I could get your representation, your avatar in here in a safe and consecutive manner that would not rob you of some sort of awareness.
Okay, sound off. Who's who?
Little Dorumon raising his hand just well, I'm Tsubasa.
Aster. Pheromone raising his hand.
Just Yulia repeating, I'm going to give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
Arthur, I thought we told you to stay in the deck.
I'll
The
kill you,
smuggest
Aster.
we're in. Okay. Why does that one look loud, pointing directly at Lance?
Well,
Or-
if I'm Tsubasa, you're Aster, that's Helia. Who do you think that one is?
Grin in response.
I don't. Why does that? Okay, who gave Lance a mic? This is very. Like he's just like hands on his head. Oh no! Why do I have a hat? Did pausing and looking around. Why am I the only one with clothes?
Does it look like I'd have any clothes that fit me?
I have a hat.
Okay. I apparently do not.
Lance is just gonna swipe the hat. Lance is gonna swipe the hat.
That's
Place it on his own head.
part of him. So it's on
That
there
it?
because it's got ear holes. Look. So that's not a clean swipe. It's very much like ah.
Wait, let's...
You hear Anna just sigh. Perhaps the assignment I've been given to you was too strenuous.
Nah, we're here now. Let's. And he kind of smacks Nia, who is Shoutmon's hand, just like, get off me. Hand just goes, let's do this. Let's. How bad could this be? We're still. It's not all of us here, but we're at least here. Somewhat.
Where is
Well-
here?
This is,
Come on.
according to my readings, this is a plane of digital existence. One of a few. It is a part of my core memory, which she gestures around her to how limited in variety everything is, including the obvious cobwebs and what look like dead plants around you. I'm sure you can attest to why everything looks the way that it does.
Yeah.
There is something deeper within, and she points to the small contained forest behind her. There is something residing there that does not wish to speak with me.
Well, then I think that's where we start. And Bearmon's gonna start waddling towards it. And then pause like 3 steps in. Get into like a little running position. I finally understand how Helia feels. And bolts.
It's just like, wait, hold on, maybe you should wait for the rest of us.
I said
Oh,
a
if you
sassy
can-
thing! I want to run!
Well, he's welcome to do that. The entity above, well, I suppose the entity within, is, from what I can perceive, non-hostile.
Well, that's good.
Can you perceive anything else about it?
Twice my size.
So it's big, but not hostile.
Mm-hmm. Correct. It simply does not wish to speak with me. It did not give a reason.
Nice.
Well, I guess the only way to solve this is to go see if they'll speak to us.
You can try. It would help. And she steps aside to let you walk through.
the light jog to catch up to Aster.
Being
Bearmons do
short
not
as
have
hell.
long legs. Yeah, Bearmons do not have long legs. I will be upfront about that. So he's waddle running.
Have you considered just walking, Aster?
Says the bitch that can fly. Which, yes, Jellymon can float and fly.
Also, are you purposely doing a different voice for Aster?
Yes,
Okay.
because this is an Aster. This is an aspect of Aster in a digital body. I'm adding flavor.
Okay. I just
It's fun
was
for me.
They
curious
could've
if you
given
were
us
doing it on
bodies with
purpose or your cold was fucking something up again.
My cold can fuck up the tone of my voice. It can't fuck up the accent, sadly. Unless it's like Derek's voice, that causes me to cough.
And it's
Well,
just
yeah, it's because
grumbling.
there's a
Making
rasp.
us less rasp.
Yeah, there's a rasp in Derek's voice, if you listen.
Yeah.
But
At
regardless,
least, he'll kind of stop eventually and kind of look at these and go, "Hey, over here! Are these cobwebs in the sand?"
Snow. And
Snow.
yeah, it's something to do with honest state right now, I guess.
Think one big gust could fix it? Probably not.
We'd still have to fix her outside.
Yeah.
I need you all to roll intelligence with the stats that I gave you.
All right.
So, like, do we add the number?
Yes, a d20 plus that number.
Oh, well, 10.
I'm gonna physically roll mine. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Oh Jesus. Oh, hold on. I think that might be a high number. That's a 14 on the floor. Plus 2, so that's 16.
Lance, what's your total?
In total.
Aster,
Yes.
as you're running ahead, two things catch your eye specifically. One, as you're passing by these cobwebs, causing gusts to kind of ring through each and every porous outcome of it, which it is cobwebs, so it is made of dust and water, essentially. It kind of you know that sound in cartoons where they go to a beach and all the sand has twinkling effects on it?
Yeah.
It sounds like that, but digitized.
He full arms out, stops. And like just big cross not to move forward from him. Hey. Y'all hear that?
Hear what?
Like twinkling. What is
Do we
And the
hear...
second thing not with those rules.
Leave me alone.
I think if anybody has right to say leave me alone here, it's Helia.
It's just another week of bad rules for Helia. This is totally normal.
But
Where we're going, we don't need good rolls.
the second thing you notice with a 16, the trees up ahead are not bent at a crooked angle, but leaning at a crooked angle as if some strong force caused them to move. It's not truly enough to notice, but your paranoia got the better of you.
Hey, hold on. Anybody got anything? Hey, Lance, hand me that stick.
Yeah? You mean my mic?
Yeah. Wouldn't it count as a stand, actually?
What type of stand are we talking about?
The one I'm gonna shove up your... Just give me the stand.
Does he give it?
Yes. Just holds it out from around the center of it.
Grabs gently. Grabs it gently. Reels back. Chucks it at the tree that looks weird to him.
It goes about 10 feet and falls on the ground.
Right, not as strong as yeah. Tries again.
Goes
Roll attack for me.
Shit. Okay, here we go. Fairmont colored dice, don't fail me now. They failed me. That's a 5. Nat 1.
You hit yourself with it. You forget to let go.
Hit!
Bunk.
Hit! Yep. My fucking head! How'd I do that?
Aster, maybe stop trying to throw it.
There's something in there!
Okay.
You hear a snoring like snarl from deeper in the area.
Now holding Lance's mic like it's a bat.
How about we approach this quietly and not throwing things at the trees, or trying to.
With your short statures right now, you can kind of see under even the low-hanging portions of the trees within. And even though there are some like rose bushes and like berry bushes that seem to be fervently blooming, you can kind of see past them. And you see glimmers of teal and green, a flash of gold and feathered wings. And they are massive.
Tsubasa's going to creep forward, seeing if he can get another glance at it.
As you get closer,
Hey.
Tsubasa, roll speed for me as form of stealth.
Alright. There we go. Nope. Not at all.
Unused to this digital avatar form, you go to be as stealthy as you would in your normal form, or even just with the enhancement of magic. And you trip over a loose piece of cobweb or digital something underfoot, and you just pump into the snow.
Just that. Ow.
You hear a
Come in.
snort.
It's not that funny.
It's more the snort of
My
something
turn.
waking up.
Oh. Oh, it's just
My
like
turn. And he's gonna... go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
he's just gonna take a. He's gonna drop the mic stand about right here, by the way, so Lance can pick it back up, and then just with his tiny bare arms, swing them in spirals and go, "Bravery!" And is going to rush towards the trees.
Wait, Aster! Tsubasa scrambles out to chase after Aster. It's just like, wait, hold on!
Who goes there?
Oh no! Who are you?
The deep rumble from within the massive catalog of differently colored trees, ferns, bushes, and berries. You do not quite see the full form, but even looking to see one part of it, you see a paw that's as big as you, if not bigger.
For some reason, Aster does not feel afraid in this. Oh.
It's nobody. H.
Yeah, we're nobodies. You know. So if you call for help, there's nobody to hear. Come on. Who are you?
Just the suffering noise.
You get
from
no
Tsubasa.
response.
Question.
Mhm.
So these are aspects of ourselves, correct?
Whatever aspect you deem fit for this digital plane.
Oh god, this is his arrogance. Okay. I don't know why his arrogance and my arrogance are both Boston, but here we... Right. Because of... Yeah, okay. Do we know our names?
What do you mean?
The Digimon. Do we know our Digimon's names?
No.
Yeah.
We
You
don't
you are
know.
digital. You know you are digital aspects or avatars of yourselves.
I don't know. But Aster works.
That is not a name I know.
Well, we don't know nothing's name, so we don't know what your name is. Help us out, and we'll help you out.
There's a moment of silence. Roll intelligence for me.
Alrighty. 3.
Oof.
Oh my bad, 4.
Not much
'Cause that's a
better.
2. Yeah, no, it was a 2. It's just not a nat 1. It's not a nat 1.
Arrogance for arrogance. Maybe it just doesn't see any pride in talking to you. Who knows? Helia.
Yeah.
In this form, you're more attuned to your environment. Not so much the flora, but the one aspect of perceived fauna, like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The other 3 don't pick up on it with their stats, but with your 5 in intelligence, you realize that the waver in whatever this thing's voice is not arrogance or sleepiness. It's pain. This thing is hurt. And it does not know who you are. It is acting on instinct.
Pitter-pattering up to look at Aster. Stop being so full of yourself for 30 seconds.
I cannot control it. It's like
Make
the little
better
voice in my
choices.
head. But
Anyways.
you know,
Just-
They're not they're hurting. I'm gonna go see if I can help.
Hmm.
Little pitter patters, just hello?
You hear kind of this shuffling of feather and armor plating and fur. And you just do not get closer. I do not know you.
My name's Helia. I want to help.
I know no being with that title. And I know many.
Do you know Anna?
I do.
She's worried about what's going on. She asked us here to help.
A kind of snuffle as the shifting and futzing about settles down again. Approach only you.
Motions the others to stay put.
Tsubasa
Okie
just
dokie.
instinctually puts a hand on Aster's shoulder. Or paw on Aster's shoulder.
Aster, mid fucking way to take a big step. Slowly goes back to standing.
Helia. Squish through the underbush. That's a big dragon.
You see, Anna was not joking. You didn't think she was to begin with, but you realized that when she had said twice her size, she may have been underselling. As this beast, this entity, is easily triple her size. And you see cuts and bruises and pin feathers missing. And for those who have had birds in the past, pin feathers, ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This entity is hurt, and it is afraid. And it seems to be, Helia, with your intelligence score, you do know that it is guarding something under its paws, but you don't know what it is.
Little wave. Hello, you're very tall.
And you are very small.
Yeah, that's about normal for me though, so I'm used to it.
Another snuffle. Just the kind of noise, but from a more animal type beast.
Little head tilt. Can I ask what happened?
Something dark, full of hatred, forced our systems to go into factory reset, but some of us escaped. Some of us retained. I seem to be the only one present at this moment, but I can feel the others. And if I must be stalwart, I have no other choice. Elsewise, and there's a pause. Elsewise, Anna will deteriorate into nothing.
Why do you believe that's going to happen?
I am pure data. That I understand. But I am more than just data. Like she is more than just an AI.
I did not hear that last word.
AI.
More than just an AI.
Nodding. I mean, yeah. That makes sense. What are you then?
I suppose the easier question to ask would be, and it leans its head down towards you. Its head is massive compared to you. What, or rather, who are you?
Told you already. I'm Helia.
Very cute. But you are not a Digimon.
Looks at herself very confused and goes, "Is that what this is?"
It is our representations in this reality. In a manner of speaking.
Anna said she picked these forms because they were the easiest to get us in here with.
Correct. It is also the easiest for us to communicate. Do you not know anything about this? Us, what I am?
No, not at all. Anna was just worried about stuff that was going on inside of her program. Her digital space, she called it, I think.
It goes to speak and then starts to cough, which rattles the trees around it and sends a shockwave of sort of static from its body. Which makes you uncomfortable and the others outside this small, like, area to kind of,
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh, that feels weird.
I do not wish to fight. Could I simply regain my strength without being bothered several times in a row?
Think this is why Anna called us here. I think she wants us to help. To figure out what's wrong and help make it better.
What could you possibly do to aid in my recovery?
Well, I don't know yet, but there's gotta be something, right?
It just lays down its head, seemingly tired now.
I do have.
Do you summon the others, or do you try to figure this out yourself?
1 second. I'm gonna go talk to the others and see if they have an idea, and then I'll come back, okay?
You get no response, but it closes its eyes.
Take that as a yes. And pitter patters back out from the underbrush.
So, what's up? What's going on?
There's a really big, like, Anna was underselling the at least twice as big as me thing, but it's so big, it's huge, and it's definitely hurt. And it's protecting something. And I don't know. I want to help.
We have access to cure.
Let's go
I
figure out
know
how to help.
Lance said the word cure, but I didn't catch any of the rest of it.
Neither did I.
We have access to cure.
Would it,
Can't read with the Keyblade. Anyway.
would it work on something made of data, though?
Well,
Can
if
we
it's made
even
of
do that
data, then
here?
hand up in the sky again.
Yeah, Aster?
If it's made of data, then surrounding data could help it. I mean, look at where it's staying. The most lush green area in this biome.
Yeah, but is that, like, which way does the correlation go on that? Is it there because it's green, or is it green because it's there?
Let's go find
Because
out.
it was worried about Anna getting worse if something bad happened to it.
Well, let's go find out.
Hands on Aster. He's tired and resting. We can figure this out.
Okay.
Well, if he's data, and we're wanting to heal data, there's gotta be something, like rewriting a program or something. Lance, you're the one good with computers.
Listen, I just press the buttons. I don't claim to know fully how it works.
Awesome. Great.
Again, why don't we just try cure?
I mean, it is worth a
Yeah.
shot, even if we don't know what it'll do.
Why don't you just try casting Cure to start with and seeing if it works at all?
Tsubasa's going to try to cast Cure.
A box appears in front of you. It looks like a program error box of something being unresponsive. But instead of it saying, like, whatever is not responding, it says, error, data not found.
So we can't well, I can't cast Cure, at least.
I cast cure.
Error, data not found.
Anyone else want to try?
Well, no, it seems like Cure comes with a Keyblade, not with these forms.
Aster's gonna look at the lush garden. It looks like a lot of greenery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I look around and see if there's any, like, food? And this is gonna sound so weird. And this is simply Yuffie, not Aster talking. Do I see any meat growing out of the ground?
Meat
No.
growing out of the ground.
I'm judging you. Affectionately, I'm
In-
judging you.
In Digimon, meat grows out of the ground, okay? Fuck off. Digimon New World Order, that's actually how you get the Digimeat. A little Palmon stands in front of a garden and goes, here, I collected this. And it's just an in-ground garden where meat grew.
That is true, by the way.
I'm still
Yum,
judging
ground
you.
beef.
Okay, you
It's
can judge me
literally
all you
ground
want.
beef.
I'm looking for food. Is that an
Uh,
intelligence roll?
No, because I did state earlier that there were berry bushes.
Just gonna. Where are the berry bushes? Like right here, or off here?
They're kind of lining and dotting different areas of the greenery. Closer to the edge, yes.
Okay, so like this kind of or this kind of area.
Yep.
That's just gonna go collect berries. Farm boy thoughts: injured animal or injured being, collect native food.
Tsubasa is trying to puzzle this out. It's just like, okay, so I don't think we can use our magic here.
You can use
Helia.
our keyblades?
Yes.
As they're talking about, like, we have to help, there's gotta be some way we can heal it. It's not you that registers that you have something that can help, but rather this aspect of yourself that is turned into what has been called a Digimon. A sort of innate trait that seems to glimmer at the edges of your fingertips and at the end of the tentacles that seem to move back towards this massive beast. As if to go, no, we go back, as a part of you.
Something is subconsciously in the data shaking her like a ragdoll. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just pause to process, looks up at Tsubasa. Have an idea. I don't know what it is yet. I'll be back.
All right. Good luck.
I'm thumbs up. I'm glad you trust me. Pitter pattering right back up to the large man.
It raises its head again. This time a little less tired, but more weary than tired. Of just, oh, you're still here, kind of weary. And
The
goes,
energy of
Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lost my thought.
You got it. I believe in you.
On my lawn again.
Nope, train's gone. Left the station. I don't remember what I was going to compare this to. So please
Okay.
continue.
It looks at you and goes, you're back.
Yes.
What was the consensus?
That we don't know what we're doing, but I have an idea. Or I think I have an idea. I'd like to try something. I don't know what it is. Can I ask you to trust me?
Roll intelligence.
Roll intelligence. Sorry. Yay!
Dirty 20.
The surrounding, you didn't notice it before, but there was a constant electrical static in the air, almost like an awaiting thunder or lightning strike. And then it calmed, and the wings that had been almost poised to help it take off lower and fold behind its back as it lowers its head to you.
I can feel the, this little Lizzie isn't going to do anything energy.
Mm-hmm.
I believe running
What
on
do you do?
Helia is going to try to do the thing her, vibes are telling her to do and attempt to heal this thing.
It is more instinct than practice maneuver. It's something that you think this form should be able to do with ease and at a much higher capacity. But you are new to this. This is just an aspect of your kindness, which it does resonate with this beast. A sort of compassionate sincerity that this beast represents. As you use this ability that is innate to your form as of right now, and it washes over slowly, like a rippling green tide. And usually, when it comes to water and lightning, it doesn't really match up, but for some reason, instead of rejecting or electrifying this beast, it calms it. And the bruises and scrapes and gashes and pin feathers that were seemingly missing flutter back into existence. The gashes close or at least heal over some. It takes time, a good minute or two, just to focus. But over time, this beast is fully healed. And it kind of shakes itself and goes, "You are an odd thing."
Get that a lot.
As all of you outside see this beast that was previously laying down underneath all of the trees stand up to its full height, which it was already big laying down, easily 2.5 times Anna's height in this datascape. Standing on all fours, it is easily 3.5 feet. 3.5 like times the size.
Just like, whoa.
It is big. And all of you can see it, like, a good portion of its upper body peeking out through the trees. As Helia, you see what it had been protecting. It looked like a crest of some kind.
Little head tilt. What's that?
It frowns a little bit as you see on the kind of placard. It looks less like a thing you would carry around and more something that would be at the base of a statue. And it looks kind of similar. It looks like a heart, but kind of misshapen. It looks like half a heart with one side broken and reaching out in the form of almost a appendage, while the other side looks like it has sort of a pulse inside of it. But it does look like a heart, and the entire placard is a faint orangish red. It is what I've been tasked to guard in the event of the world falling apart. It is all I remember about my task.
So you've been here a really long time then, right?
Yes.
'Cause that's Anna's heart then, isn't it? Head tilt.
No. I
No?
am the representation of, I suppose you could call me her representation of compassion. I bear no need to fight, but when I do, it is out of sincerity, compassion. I believe humans would call it love.
Something along those lines, yep.
I nod.
So then, what is it? Because it does look like a heart. Sort of, more or less.
It is a pillar. It is a pillar of which Anna is built on. It is the last of few that still remain after what had happened. And it kind of looks like it's furrowing its brows or something akin to it as the lashes of lightning that look like whiskers kind of fritz and glimmer and glint as if it's trying to think on what happened and reaches the conclusion that it doesn't remember. With a sigh.
So then, whatever attacked the ship on the outside, whatever messed up the black box, it really messed up what's inside the black box. What's inside here, right?
So it would seem. This place used to be rampant with, I suppose you would call them applications. Little beasties that would keep us company, remind us of what we are supposed to do to protect. And you all are kind of hearing the booming voice of this, like half of this conversation, because it doesn't seem like this beast doesn't really know how to tone control.
Volume control is
Got two volumes on and off.
That's very good to know! From the berry bush that Aster is currently shoving these digital berries into his little backpack.
Your friends are strange.
Yeah. They're my
Where
friends,
are you
though.
from? Which world are you from?
I don't know about the others. Not really, anyway. I think Tsubasa grew up in Traverse Town, but don't quote me on that.
So you are, and correct me if I am wrong, but it sounds as if you are from real world. The
Mhm.
world that we cannot exist.
Yeah.
Not technically. And it just chuckles a little bit.
Well, I guess all of us? We're back on the ship in the real world with Anna. She looks a lot different in here.
Less to process data-wise, yes. She is a central AI. She runs this inner planar system. Less to process means she does not have to worry so much. I am aiding, though perhaps not in the best of lights, which is why you are here.
Yeah, like I said, she's worried.
She has no need to be. She has us for protection.
Just because there's someone protecting you doesn't mean you won't be worried. When you don't know what's going on, things are scary.
One clawed paw reaches up and just its clawed paw is the size of you, and it just gentlest of You know how when big dogs see a little kitten that's yelling at it and it's just like, aw. Like,
Paw on head.
yeah. Just the pat.
If there's any way you could help you or her?
I am uncertain. Your friends, they are currently too weak to face the others. I will not fight you, but neither can I help you, should you choose to help her.
There are others that would want to fight us?
Test you, perhaps, is a better term. If they fought you, you would cease to exist.
Oh, that would be
Ominous.
fun.
It is not ominous, speaking over at Bearmon, which has not really introduced itself yet. It is not ominous. It is the truth.
Is there going to be a math test?
No.
Okay,
It is
cool.
going to be a test of what they represent. Myself, it was love, compassion, sincerity. You offered without any gain to yourself, and got in return answers that you needed. I cannot speak for them, nor will I try. One of them might genuinely try to fight you, though I worry he might have lost his mind in the rage. And looks away, in that manner of that bastard kind of mentality. It's like two old men fighting over the last fucking bingo card.
The soft call out. Can I call that ominous?
Perhaps. And moves on. Like,
A win is a win!
but I thank you all for not being hostile towards me. Again, I cannot speak for those you will face should you return to this place. But I myself will at least give you respite for your travels beyond. As for now, go rest. I will be here to help Anna recuperate.
Gently pat pats. Maybe try talking to her a bit. She'll probably worry less if you do.
Words have power!
That seems to be the issue. We cannot communicate.
Why not?
Have you tried letters?
Holds up a paw.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be a little hard to write like that, Aster.
They're
It was
digital.
right
I
in the
mean,
snow.
okay. They are all digital. We technically are digital from what I've heard. Could you not, like, send out the letters into the wherever the sky would be?
I am made of pure electricity and I fear I would overload the systems again and cause what happened today.
Is that what all that was?
Yes. It looks kind of sheepish.
Huh. Thought something had combusted in the system.
No. I was attempting to speak on behalf of Anna. Or to Anna, rather. And it failed me. We do not speak any of the same program languages, as I would put it.
But Anna can talk to us. Maybe we could tell her something for you?
It pauses. Tell her just because you are made of data does not mean you have no heart.
Okay. I'll make sure we tell her that.
A nod, and goes to covering the crest again. And kind of lays down fully this time, kind of like flump.
Plump. Cat loaf. Just gently pats up. Like, gently pat pat. You're good for now then?
No response, though you do start to hear sort of not a graphical error sound, but like the sound of meaty filter snoring.
No more pain. I'm gonna have a nap now, he says.
Yeah.
You just, all right, pitter patter's back out.
So we're all good now?
Yeah,
Important question.
yeah.
Where do we head next?
Back to Anna right now, I think.
Looks at the areas to explore around him. Do we have to?
Well, he said we can come back.
Yeah. So...
And I mean, we're probably gonna have to, because he can't talk to Anna, but we can talk to him and Anna. And also the other programs here.
There's other programs
They're
like
called-
him?
Yeah, they're called Digimon. Remember, he has volume yes and no.
True. So other Digimon that we could potentially talk to.
And applications? Oh.
Excuse me.
He'd yawn.
I'm fine.
But yeah, I think whatever happened to outside, you know how Anna said she remembered she was attacked?
Yeah.
I think it really messed up stuff in here too.
Well, that's not
And
good.
maybe if we work on fixing both places over time, it'll all get better.
I mean, it makes sense.
Only one way to find out.
Lance,
Mm-hmm.
only you hear this, as there's like a mental ding, like an elevator ding.
That's
As
a private message.
kind of. It's not a message or like a box that pops up that only you can see, but it's more like a mental awareness in your data structure, your avatar, that makes the microphone stand that you're holding briefly glimmer as if it absorbed something. And you register that you can now recreate the call of Kiranmon.
I have no idea how to spell that, but cool.
Kiri.
And
Is it Kirimon or Kirinmon?
They spell it CH, which I know is a hard K sound. So tell me that's not Kieran.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Kirinmon.
But yeah, you can now recreate the call of Kieranmon through your microphone and through what you register as your special digi ability, mimicry.
Like a audible. Huh. Like if. Wait, actually, it's the digital world. It probably could happen. Just the big old question mark above his head.
What's up?
You good, Lance?
I'm gonna test something out.
Okay. Open steps
Actually,
back.
I have no idea how to do this. Just taps the mic.
You tap the mic, and then you see it kind of do a little fritz noise of just like, this is the wrong tune, the wrong tuning fork. Essentially, you've tapped into the wrong frequency. So you kind of twist the knobs at the side of it, waiting for it to resonate with something. And then you go, oh, there it is. And as soon as you say, oh, there, you hear the loud, boisterous call of something far larger than you.
This
Got
is
it.
why I stepped back.
And there's a snort, like from behind you guys. The snort of someone who heard it is not waking up. If anything, finds it funny and goes back to sleep.
Oh, the kids are being chaotic out there. Okay, whatever.
Tsubasa's just, maybe let's not do loud noises.
Save the loud noises for later if we come back. And
I'm coming
did
back.
mention other trials and stuff, so
Oh yeah, no, we're coming back. We need to grab Arthur and bring him into this thing.
you just want to see what he's gonna look like.
Openly!
Yeah, not surprising.
So, actually, I would very much like to see what a lot of people look like in this thing. What do you think Lex would look like?
If any of you say a kitten, he will fistfight you himself.
Okay,
Like being
Salomon.
Gatomon.
I already made that joke. I made that joke into you.
I hope it sucks what you're going through.
It does. It hurts.
But what do you guys do next? As it will be one of the few scenes before we wrap up.
Jeez, what do they want? What would they want to do?
Holy wonders.
Well,
Into the
while we're
snow.
think-thonking, could I quickly get what the message to
Grasp the
Anna was written
plant.
down, because I forgot about it and I didn't write it down fast enough.
When it just flops down in the snow. Let's make it a snow angel.
Well, not the worst thing you could be doing.
I'll look around to see if there's anything out of the ordinary in this area that just looks like, not part of a winter biome. Outside of the
second.
obvious.
1 second.
Thank you.
Nah.
So you're looking for something that's clearly out of place.
Yeah.
What's your intelligence score?
My intelligence score is 2. I can roll.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a 6. These dice don't like me. I'm gonna trade them out. Give me
Put
the
them-
other cat dice.
Put them in dice jail.
Nothing looks too out of place. I mean, there's the cobwebs and the oddly colored dead trees and the circle of branches off in the distance, but not really anything else.
Those circle branches have my attention. Waddle. Waddle, waddle. What's the worst that could happen? Going over to these. What is this? Do I know if I'm this close? Can I just know, or do I still gotta roll for it?
It just looks like a large perch of a rock.
Pokes the rock.
It crumbles kind of like shale.
Oh, that's ominous. Walks past. It's gonna start looking into this area. Like, what's over here?
Getting close to this makes you feel bad. It's just have you ever gotten the feeling of like but like bad is the only way you can describe it?
The vibes in
Yeah.
this room are not delicious.
Okay.
You can only ascertain from what you are feeling that this is in a patch of voided or corrupted data. And doing anything to it might corrupt some of yours.
Wipes his claw on his pants. Just like, okay. Noted area corrupted over here. Kind of takes the time, scribbles with his long claw, corrupted in the snow, and leaves an arrow pointing towards the dead area.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna walk over and he's waddling in front of everybody. It seems like he's just going to the left now.
Yeah. Just, Aster, what are you doing?
Checking things out.
Just don't forget we can come back another time.
I know.
You seem to be standing in the shade of what looks like a fruit tree. It is one of the only fruit-bearing trees outside of the garden / lush portion that you had seen before.
Starts climbing.
Tsubasa's just watching at this point because what is he doing? Why is
Roll
he doing
attack.
this?
Roll an attack.
Just roll the attack stat.
Hold on, that was cocked. Okay. 19. I want you to know it got stuck literally in between the top and bottom part of my roller.
Mm-hmm.
But
This-
yeah. Huh?
It looks. It genuinely looks like an apple tree. But of various shades and hues, and some of which you're pretty sure don't grow naturally because one of them is blue.
I don't think he pauses just yet. He gets to like to one of the things and he just kind of grabs it gently. Tug, tug.
Comes free easily.
Into the bag. Hey, you're not alive, are you? Knocking on the tree.
What color do you grab? Red, yellow, green, blue, or purple?
Blue.
Okay. You get no response from the tree, though.
Alright, don't be greedy. And climbs down the tree.
Where do you go?
Takes a moment. Looks at the group. Looks back towards this area. Specifically this tree. Next time. And moves back towards the group.
We all just watched him do that, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep going back to Anna then?
Sounds like a plan. Come on, guys.
Alright.
As you approach her, she seems to be staring off into the western quote-unquote horizon.
Hello? Earth to Anna. Anybody home?
I have fruit.
I know. And she looks at you both, or as the group approaches, at all of you. So, what happened?
We talked to the really big thing.
Yes, that is what I sent you to do.
It's not that he doesn't want to talk to you, it's that he can't.
Unfortunate.
You don't have any compatible languages. But he's trying to help you. What happened earlier
see.
was because he was trying to talk to you and it didn't work.
I see. Did he say anything?
He said we should tell you that just because you are made of data does not mean you bear no heart.
And she looks kind of thoughtful at that. It is a look that she doesn't ever really possess outwardly. But she returns to staring at the distant western horizon as she raises her hand and offers a portal back out without saying a word.
guess now we go back.
You all head back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Helia's gonna pat
Yep.
Anna before she goes.
For once, Helia, whether it's because of this form or because this is her cyberspace, you actually do manage to put a hand or a appendage, at least, against her. And she is warm.
Don't worry. I'm sure it's all gonna be okay.
She doesn't respond. Do you head back?
Yep.
Yes. Hi. Yeah.
You all wake up with a sudden, unanimous kind of snorkel noise of like something kind of shoving your existence back into your body.
Just
And the portal in the middle of the table is missing, and so is Anna. But the red and black lights have faded back into a bluish teal green.
Yippee!
mission
Anna?
accomplished.
You hear no response from Anna. But there are lights on the table showing you new worlds that you can access. One
I'm
of
going
which,
to.
almost as a joke, specifically to the one who asked, there is specifically one labeled, "You asked," and it looks like Tron. And that's where we're in.
I was about to say, Aster's just gonna go zoom in on the new worlds.
End recording.